Labour Party will be hoping to replicate its momentum in the presidential election when Nigerians vote in the governorship polls this weekend. Well, joining us now is Tobechukwu Ehirim, who is a member of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council and a governorship aspirant of the party in Imo State. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Adeswa. Thank you, Chris.
Interesting. I think a good place to start would be if any lessons have been learned at all from the presidential elections as we go into the governorship elections. What has Labour Party learned?
Thank you, Adeswa. Not what has Labour Party learned, what has Nigeria learned? The entire country.
Can you speak for Nigerians or you speak for your party?
I speak for my party. I'm a Nigerian citizen before I became a member of the party.
Fair enough.
So I speak for Nigeria.
Fair enough.
I'm a young Nigeria. We are the new generation. Tomorrow of Nigeria belongs to us. And what we've learned from the charade they call the election, is that the modern Nigerians have decided to part ways with the old order. The massive turnout of people to support Peter Obi on the 25th of February is a clear indication that when the perfect comes, the imperfect must pass away. In some presidencies since we were born, we have never seen such love, we have never seen such commitment, we have never seen such level of awareness of the electorate, especially the dead votes. The dead votes across the country has been woken up by this man, Peter Obi, and the Labour Party, across the whole country, from north to south, across religious lines.
Okay, how youth like you, how you going to, use that phenomenon, that wave, that revolutionary wave of, February 25th to replicate on March 11th, Saturday, in the governorship and houses of
the signs are everywhere. In the first 24 hours, if you listen to the previous speaker, the youths were very angry, people were mourning, but in the past few hours, people are beginning to realize that for us to demonstrate and show the whole world that the new Nigeria is a Nigeria of honor and greatness, we are going to go en masse. I'm using this opportunity to call the whole youth, wherever you are, take your anger to the ballot box. We have now seen their first game in Nigerian Palace. The first fool, no be fool, and the second fool, not be proper foolish. And we are determined to make sure we go and replicate that. Across the country, make sure you vote LUP.
Okay.
Labour Party.
I was just going to say how you're going to again in Imo State, even though your election is off season, with the level of violence in that state and the rest, and you have a sitting governor there, Hope Uzodinma, who is seen as a strong man of Imo politics today. How you, young man like you, yes, full of, a lot of turbulence and the rest. How are you going to upturn it with this labor movement?
It may interest you that I'm a boy brought up under Thabo Mbeki and Nelson Mandela. Mandela told us that it always seems impossible until it is done. With the new level of awareness, there is a heightened level of visibility in the country. And with what Peter Obi has done for us already, I'm sure he's going to reclaim that mandate. We are going to overrun Imo State because the new order, there is nothing that is stronger than an idea that its time has come. The Imo people want people like us. They want modern people like us. People who understand government as service to the people, not commanders of the people, not oppressors of the people. And as long as the youths have seen that, look, this is new hope. The deal the old order is giving to the new youths is a no-no. Okay. Our youths are suffering, our ladies are suffering, our mothers are suffering, and then this hope, nothing beats the people. The other people believed in their trumpets, in their chariots, in their monies. Now Nigerians have now realized the power belongs to the people.
Great. But, you've hardly made a sentence without mentioning Peter Obi in this conversation. And therein lies, the conversations in some quarter that this phenomenon happened because you have a Peter Obi who was on the ticket. And like they say all politics is local. And that the game may be different when it comes to the governorship election. You're not going to have Peter Obi on the ballot papers across the over 20 states that will be holding election come this Saturday. So how confident are you that this will happen? Because Peter Obi is not there.
I am on ground.
You're on ground?
I am on ground.
Where?
I am a son of the soil. I have been on this terrain for the past 4 years, and I am on the grassroots. I run an organization called Project Ehirim Foundation Worldwide. People call it the Emancipation Movement. And we are in all the local governments of Imo State. And we are not joking. And
just to remind our viewers that Imo State does not have a governorship election come this Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although they will have state assembly. Do they have? I don't
We
know.
have state assembly
elections.
Yes.
So there will be no
Yes.
governorship election in Imo State.
Yes.
yes. And I'm telling you, it always seems impossible that it's done. The people are ready. And you cannot divorce Peter Obi from what I am going to do. Because Peter Obi is a man who has come to remove the lead. We started talking that we must change the narrative in Nigeria before our big brother Peter Obi came and made it easier for us and helped us to drive home the message. And now, the people are desirous. With what has happened in Imo State since I was born, people that were born during the days of Mbagwe in politics, we have never seen something like that. The level of bloodshed, the level of poverty, the level of hunger. People who don't know that will not have it. I am a son of the soil. I am one of the best materials produced by Imo State, produced by Nigeria.
Yeah,
and I'm determined.
as a technocrat.
And I'm a technocrat. I have served other people in other countries, helping to build their countries. Nothing stops me from coming home to Nigeria to replicate that. And our people are resonating with that story. And I want to make sure, not only me, a lot of Imo young people like me, we want to make sure we do what the likes of Thabo Mbeki did for their people before they died.
How are you going to replicate that at the national level? Because that is, what Nigerians really want, a general universal growth, not, something that is localized.
Why we do that? The Imo State is a microcosm of the macrocosm. Imo State is a unit of the bigger unit called Nigeria. And what we are trying to do now, with the example that the old order has given us in ICC, we are preparing to teach them what they don't know. Because, let me come, because when we make sure we plant modern leaders, the best of us in the best places, then we will aggregate, we will develop a moving trend that will assist Peter Obi to reclaim this mandate.
Okay.
So I'm calling everybody to vote for the House of Assembly across the country and vote for our governors of Labour Party across the country.
We will soon charge you for advert.
We'll charge you for advert.
For advert. You've done that. You've done that twice.
I have liberty.
But we'll let it go. We'll let it go.
Yes.
Atiku Abubakar of the PDP, during the press conference he gave after the presidential election, did say that Peter Obi, Labour Party, took the votes of the PDP. Because you're referring to old order, new order. And when you look at the results from the presidential election, apart from Lagos State, the other states that the Labour Party won in the presidential elections can arguably be said to be states that the PDP had won in previous elections. So when Atiku Abubakar said in that press conference that Peter Obi had taken the PDP votes, how do you separate Labour Party from the old order? And would you actually say that the Labour Party has made inroads when it comes to elections? Because we talk about this phenomenon, but there are those who argue that Labour Party is the old PDP because the states that the party won are PDP states. How do you differentiate that?
They are what we call what they're doing. People during elections, people try to they churn up theories to see whether they will favor them. What has actually happened? TJ Ehirim, I will tell you today, what has happened is that the Labour Party took votes from PDP, it took votes from APC, it took votes from ABGA, it took votes from various, because in each party there are good people. What happened is that the bad people in the state, in Nigeria, has been suppressing the good ones. For instance, in my state, Imo State. Imo State is the home of the teachers and the clergies and their children and their relatives. Now, these people have realized that when they come together, there is no force that can stop us. So Labour Party, you cannot say that Labour Party is the old PDP, no ways. You can't say that Labour Party is the old APC, no ways. You will find people from ABGA in Labour Party. You find people from APC in Labour Party. You find people from PDP in Labour Party. And you find dead votes, people who have never participated since I was born. This is the highest time we have seen, the highest number of people who had never voted before and got registered and came to actually cast their vote. We are Nigerians stood for 24 hours waiting to vote, and
even though we are seeing the lowest turnout so far, 29%.
Now, do you know what is called relative calculation? You must check what is the, when you say 29%, what is the figure compared to the previous elections? You must look at that. More people registered, more people voted in the concrete sense. Though the percentage that turned out from the total registration is lower, I agree with you, but more Nigerians voted in this election. And this election has been an embarrassment to Nigeria across the world.
It's all right. Let's the court would adjudicate on
Yes,
that, and
yes.
let's not make ourselves, judge advocates here. Thanks so very much,
Thank you
Dr.
very much.
TJ Ehirim. Is
very much.
a member of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council and governorship aspirant in Imo State. It's going to be a tough battle there.
Thank you,
Thanks
Chris.
for
It
coming
is
on.
a new Nigeria.